I gave you my heart.
Morning, guys. It's late. I got up a little late today, but I just was out front, and this is what sucks. I still got that carport though, so I can do it. Hey, cute. That's so cute. It's freaking raining again, man. So we're gonna try to do it. I mean, I'm under the carport, so I should be able to still put it in. I've done other stuff. I just hopefully let me drink a couple cups of coffee, and then maybe by that time it'll be it'll slack up some. Hey guys. Alright, I'm out here. I'm gonna start trying to hook this one up. I'm not gonna hook this one up, I don't think, right now. And the way I'm gonna do it different than what I said last night. I'm gonna hook, because how these wires are already set up. See this wire right here? That goes to the tweeters, and it's hooked tied into the two rear decks. So I'm only going to run this amp for the two rear deck 6.5s and the two tweeters. So I'll bring them down to 2 ohms because they're both 4 ohms. The mid-range, these are 4 ohms, and the tweeters are 4 ohms. Now the tweeters can take up to 200 watts RMS, it says. But and this thing ain't going to produce that much. Between the two speakers, you figure 140 divided by 2, you know, you're only getting 70. So, but that's better than what they're getting now, I assume. I mean, that factory amplifier right there, I don't know how many watts those things put out. I tried to look it up today a little bit, but I didn't find any answers on that. I heard things about bypassing them and all that, but I already know how to bypass them. But yeah, I'm gonna hook this one up. I posted some things on Facebook about it, and some people said these amps are trash and all that, but you know, I just got them because they're this. I paid 20 bucks. It's like 60 bucks usually brand new. This one 20 bucks also, and I really only wanted this one. I was going to get a Skar 4-channel, and I still probably will, but I want to see how this one does. I mean, my mids and highs are already loud with the factory amplifier and the Pioneer head unit. So I want to see how this sounds. If this one makes it louder, then I might just get another one of these and run it for the doors. You know what I mean? But for now, I'm just going to hook this up to all the rear stuff for the two 6.5s and the two tweeters. So that's the plan, and I want to see if it works. I got enough old power wire here. It's that CCA crap. You know, I'll get better power and ground wire later on. That stuff costs a little bit, you know. But I do have a bunch laying around from what I used to use. And the cool thing about this amplifier, like I said, it's got a lot of good features, is the 4-gauge fits in it good. The CCA does anyway. But I mean, if you, it is not true 4-gauge, because here's, and I don't know if these are made by Audio Pipe. And they're 0 to 4-gauge reducers, and I'm not for sure if they oversize this end or not, but I know it won't even come close to fitting in this thing. Look, get a good angle. It won't go in, dudes, no matter how I try it. It's just way bigger. See what I'm saying? And that's supposed to be 4-gauge, so it goes in that amp easy. But that's got oversized 0-gauge inputs. So the speaker wire, it looks like you can maybe go up to 10-gauge with that, maybe. Now this one I don't like this one too much. This one's kind of junky. I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna use it. I might end up just giving this away to somebody that needs some kind of amplification in their car that has nothing. So it's better than nothing at all, you know what I mean, for free. But look, it won't even take, here, this one's up. It won't take 4-gauge. So this one you'd have to run 8-gauge power on and ground and stuff. Now the speaker wire, it's what's crazy. Look at the speaker wire. It's almost this big. You could probably run freaking 8-gauge speaker wire in there, I think. Or close to it. It's almost the same size as the power and ground. But this one's a 2016 model. They must have realized when people complained about that and upgraded on this one. This one's got a lot of good little features. This one's got a 30 amp fuse though, and this one's only got a 25, so this one's 250, this one's 300. Maybe this one puts out more power, I don't know. But I think this one's going to do a better job. It's got cool features and it's compact too. And I was thinking about maybe putting that little rack in the corner there that I used to have the tar ramps on, and maybe running this thing something like this, so it'd be like that or something. What do you guys think? You know, center it or whatever. What I got to do though is I got to run to Walmart. I'm gonna hook all this up, get it ready, then I'm gonna run to Walmart, or hopefully they got it. I got RCA cables down there, the old install ones. They're 17 feet, so I can get a splitter and plug the splitter into the back of the head unit, and then plug the Skars into that splitter from behind the head unit, and run that other cord and plug it in and run it all the way back here. And that way I'll have another set of RCAs, because this, like I said last night, this thing don't have the high level inputs, unfortunately. So we're just going to run it from RCA. Anyway, that's the plan. Let me get to work on this. This is pretty much the worst part about doing this. My batteries are both right here. So I could have scooted the box up, but I really can't because that factory amp. I might have to move that thing too. I'm thinking about turning these around again since I got the Pioneer head unit, and having them farther back in the trunk facing forward. Maybe try to seal it off. I don't know. I'll probably do it and then regret it. I don't know. I'll see. But I had to move it out anyway. And this is the hardest part about doing it all. This box is heavy as hell. Trying to lift this bulky thing. I mean, it's wide. It's hard to get a grip on. And each one of those subs are almost 40 pounds a piece. So you're talking about 100 pounds of a big square block you're trying to pull in and out. You see where it gouged the top of the box? I've had it both ways, so I did it on this side too. That's from that thing. I should have put a tile over it, but I never think about it till I'm lifting the thing up in the freaking air. I really need to restain this thing. I only put like one little thin coat, and I fucked it up with this right here, this putty. Excuse my language. But yeah, and these little split here, that's only on that little bitty piece. The whole piece ain't like that. That's just a little addition piece because I made that board a little short by accident. But I mean, it's a decent box. It plays well. Thing that I was doing this, I knew something wasn't sounding right the last couple of days. You probably heard it in my videos. But look, I just took the ring off this. This was all kinked in. The glue came loose. It wasn't glued good here. I've had this thing for 4 or 5 months. Never had a problem out of it. But look, the glue came loose. I thought it was messed up. I thought it ripped. It looked like it until I took this off. Thank God I can fix this. I got super glue and all weather caulking, whatever. I might get some Loctite or whatever put on it. But look at that. That glue came loose. That's how hard I've been pushing this. Thank God that's fixable. All that is just glue. I got some clamps. I'll clamp it down and glue it. I'm going to do it right now and fix that. Woo! That could have messed my coils up, man. Everything else looks good on it though. Damn, boy, good thing I checked this. Good thing I'm changing this for that little dual. I didn't even know that. That's why that bass ain't been sounding good. Holy crap, guys. I mean, it looked like, it was kind of like kinked in 2 different places when I looked at it. I was like, oh man, it looked like it was tore. That's what it looked like. I was like, oh shit. But dude, like I said on this channel, you never know what you're going to expect. I've been pushing these things hard, man. And I think that's when I had that damn level adjustment. You got to be careful with that app on that Pioneer, because if you're messing around, like when I was setting the mid-range speakers and stuff, I just turned that. It's a level adjustment bar, the sound level, and you want it really at 0, because if you turn it up to 4 plus 4, it's going to send clip signals to everything. I mean, all your settings were for nothing. And I had just turned it up for a second, then I forgot about it because there's other settings. And then I had, when I was showing you guys about the loud button, how it does low, mids, and highs, I accidentally left that on lows too. So that's probably how this could have happened. I noticed even the amp got hot that day and everything, but I figured that out when I got home. I said that something about it in the other video. Well, I hope the rest of the glue, everything else looks glued down pretty good. It's just that one place. Thank God that's fixable though. These are decent subs. First problem I've ever had out of it. But look, there's like virtually hardly any glue there. That's why it happened. So I'm gonna fix that right now. Get that drying while I work on some of this other stuff. Come on, dang it, get back in there. There, that'll be easy fix though. Woo! Base head problems. 4 clamps I got, I used some super glue. I didn't use that all weathercocking. I just put super glue on. I put a little more on it around the edge of it. Hopefully it don't come loose. I'm going to have to get some better glue probably. Get some of that Loctite or something. But I mean, I've been pounding on this thing for months and months and months. It's been through freaking 6 different amps. It's held up, so voice coil and everything's still good. It's just that glue came loose. It wasn't glued enough there. And I've took this off before, so that probably made it a little looser. You know, this thing's a little rough. Need another one of these new trim pieces actually. Kind of messed it up when I had that Q-bomb because it has that rhino lining. It was leaking and I put silicone around it to seal it off good, and trying to get that shit off, I actually messed it all up with the razor knife. So this one don't even have the XFL signature on it, which is fine with me. I don't need it to say what it is. We all know what the XFLs look like. Anyway, that's crazy, ain't it? Good thing I was messing with this. There's always a rhyme to the reason, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, that dual amp might not be the greatest. I did want the Skar 4 channel. I'm just going to run this for now. You know, to them 2 there and them 2 tweeters. Probably won't even use that other amp like I said. I got everything up here. It's raining, so I'm kind of limited in space, so I had to pull up real far. But, you know, got my amps up here. I was fixing to move this box around, but then I seen that. So there's always a reason behind everything you do. Imagine if I hadn't even got that amp and I'd been running all week, I'd keep wondering why my bass doesn't sound as good as it had been. Because I was listening to it last night on the way to Walmart, and I was like, it sounded good, but something wasn't right. It wasn't dropping like it was before, like in my other videos. And I made a video yesterday. It was probably messed up then too, and it didn't sound that great in that video, if you want my honest opinion. Not like the one I did like 3 days ago. Now that video, it sounded good. I know it was okay then. Anyway, I'm not for sure when it happened, but it probably did due to that level adjustment and that high power button being on. That's why they say never to use that shit, guys. You know what I mean? Always keep all your EQs and settings at flat, you know, when you're running an amplifier. And I do, but I was messing around because it's this new app and I left some shit on by accident. And this is the kind of shit that happens when you do that, you know. So there's a reason why they tell you not to turn it on. Now you can use the level adjustments on the, like how it has each separate sub, where you can do the cutoff rate on the frequency. Like I got these at 80, you know, the mid-range are like 125 or 150 or something. I can put them up to 250, I guess. Because all the settings go up to 250. The dBs go up to 10 plus on each one. You can set all those. I don't know that you have to turn the dBs up. It does help. But now that I got amplification, other than my factory amp, I got that little dual, I might not have to do any of that for my mids. So anyway, let me get to hooking these power wires up for that dual and get that done while that's drying. Whew, that was a close call, guys. I throw a little money. Make that big. Mike Tyson on a boot. Ass, gas, smoke that. Little bitty bitch, know that. Drop it. You know I got the money, bitch, stop it. You a cop it? Cop it. Can't pay the bill, she stupid. You should let me hear, I do it. So, cat woman, that pussy got boots. Man, come over. She get the booty. I'm not like loose. Never seen. I forgot that. Okay, what you telling me?
down, BBD. Yeah, know you heard the news about that BBC. Greatest in that box, R.I.P. Ali. She said she love my kids, takes my legacy. She gon' sleep it, underproof it. I don't cuff her, I can't lose it. What she say, I'm sleeping on her. I just say she call me snoozing. Gotta lose it, she so woozy. That big booty, such a doozy. I'm Gucci with the Gucci, right a J, that's why I'm juicy. Spread it up like a flower when I'm BBD. Yeah. BBC. P.I.L.E. She legacy. Don't cover, I can't lose it. What she booty, such a doozy. I'm J, that's why I'm juicy. Flower when the sun hit. Like 100 drum clip, yeah. All my money you see you drunk. I throw a little money in the trunk. I think you drunk. Go to work. Make that big booty work. Mike Tyson on the shake to the get a little low. Shake that booty. Drop it, pop it. If I hit motherfucker, got no fucking heart, can't be low. You first, I throw a little money. Thank you for go to work. Make that big booty work. Make that big booty work. Can I touch that booty? That booty. That big old booty. Shake that booty. Mike Tyson on the
Hell yeah. Alright, that's how it sounds without that amp hooked up. I got it all ready. I just got to go to Walmart and pray that they got a splitter. I got the RCA cables running up front for this set. I'm going to put a splitter hooked into the head unit into the back, and then plug this set of RCAs from up there into it and this one. And I got the power. I need a fuse box too. I got the power wire right here. The ground's already ran to it, but it comes on. I touch these two together, but I want a fuse block in between. It's got a 25 amp fuse, but I still want a fuse. I'm gonna get a little fuse. I know they got them, but how you like this? You know, I know it's right in front of the speakers, you know, in front of the subs or whatever, but it's better than being on top of the box, I think. On top of the box is definitely more vibration. So I moved the box back a little bit. I put this board down. It's screwed down to the plywood that's underneath. So is this. I got the fuse on here, ground and all that. It's all, I think it looks good like this. I mean, yeah, it's in front of here and it gets a little vibration, but I don't think it's near as much vibration as it was when it was on top of the enclosure. And it's the only thing I can do. I mean, there's not really much room in here. I was gonna flip the subs around facing the other way, then I thought about it. I was like, all that work, and then if I don't like it, I'll have to move it around. And it's already 5 o'clock. I've been out here since like 12. It took me like 5 hours because I had to fix that sub there. You know, this one's only like a couple weeks old. That's why it's okay, but I've been beating on this one for months and months. And with the way I had this set up, and I had that app tuned wrong the other day, you know, throwing in that distortion did that shit, man. That's why that shit came unglued. It was probably just warping the shit out of my subs and I didn't even know it. That's one good thing about it. If you got them facing forward, at least you can see the subs. But I would have never known it because it was down here. It was underneath where I couldn't see it. I didn't know until I took the box out. So I got lucky today that I was hooking this little dual up. So the dual's going to be easy because here's the speaker wires. I'm just going to run them right into the speaker inputs on here. So that's going to run the two back mids and the tweeters back there, which they're already loud if you can hear from the factory amplifier. That's why I wanted you guys to hear that first. That way you guys can judge it, you know. it should make it louder. But I'm on my way out the door. I'm gonna go uptown and hook that up and hopefully get out back in time so it ain't too dark and we can finish this and check it out. But what do you think, man? How you guys like that? It looks pretty good like that, don't you think? I think it's gonna be real nice, and I like that that thing lights up blue too. You know, the whole power thing. So I got it in here real sturdy now, so I think it's way better than I had it. You know, I redid it. I took everything out today, so I even reset the gain. I set it right. I think I set it better than before. I'm trying to keep everything from getting messed up again. But yeah, let me get uptown and get that splitter and that fuse block so we can check this out. Plus I got to grab something to eat. Anyway, see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, I'm running behind again. Almost had the whole system done, and then I was at Walmart getting these, and this guy called me about the Gravity 15. He wanted to get it. He asked me about it earlier, and then he tried to trade me another amp for it, and I was like, no, I don't need that because I don't. So I had to run home, get that, get the box, go see him, get paid for it. Then I had to go get some food. I went to Lee's Chicken, got big old dinner for me and Dad. This is 8. Now it's dark out, but I'm still gonna hook this up because I already had everything else ran except for the speaker wire and this. I got the RCA cables ready for the little dual. So all I gotta do is plug them in, get this, pull the radio out, plug this into the back. Had to get 2 of them. So that way I can make it a 4-channel. And cause I got everything else back here, I'll show you. I got that ready. Oh, I couldn't get, Walmart, I didn't have the right fuse for this. I'm gonna have to order one. So what I'm gonna do for tonight, just to run it, it's already got a fuse on it. So, and it's not that many watts, so I'm gonna risk it and I'm just gonna tie these together, tape them together for now, real tight. Put a bolt through them or something, tighten them down. Just to run it just for now, just to see how it sounds. And I gotta take the wire for the speaker and run it to this. But that ain't a big deal, that's easy. All that's easy. So I got all the hard part done today. So you guys seen it earlier. And I played that little short demo without this hooked up, which it sounds good. And then I guess we'll try to do it. Maybe I'll drive out to the field and we'll listen to just with this hooked up. Anyway, let me get to it. All right, just to show you guys what's going on here. Here's to the dual. It's going in one RCA jack in the back here. And then I got another splitter. And these ones are going to the Skar. So that's how the Y splitters work. You can do them in the back, but I like doing them from the back of the radio better. You know, I think it's cleaner like that. And I gotta hook the bass knob back in. Where is that damn thing? It fell down a minute ago. There it is. So, and I got that coming through the back of that hole there. That's how that thing works. There's a hole, and then I got a screw on top holding it right there. So this stuff's a pain in the ass at nighttime because you gotta do lights and all that. I'm telling you, man, doing this car audio, you always think it's going to be a real quick job, and it always takes hours and hours and hours. I mean, there's always something. It does take a long time to set this stuff up right. You know, like I had to go meet that guy and everything. That stopped me from doing it. And then the XFL, that one older 10 that I got, yeah, the glue came off underneath the surround, so I had to glue that back down. You know, it's always something. Plus moving all this stuff around, every bit of it takes time. But anyway, let me hurry up and get this done so we can check it out real quick. Another thing I love about this app is I can control when I ain't got the car on right now or nothing, so this app ain't on. But when it's on, I can control the Bluetooth, like if I'm running the test tone from back here instead of having to go up and have an auxiliary tied to it and go to the front of the car. And that's when I set the duration on the test tone, I used to always set it at 200. I still set it at 200, but 200 seconds go quick when you're trying to set the gain. So that's one good thing about having Bluetooth. I'll tell you what, all this bending over like this, going into the car, doing this, doing wires and whatever, my lower back is killing me because I'm always bent over doing this. I've been messing with this thing for hours. But let me get set this with a multimeter real quick. Alright guys, I ran into a little problem. What happened is this amp right here don't have the high level input switch or harness. I asked the guy if he had it and he'd say he didn't, not for either one, and that's what I need to tie into the wires that are coming from the radio through the harness there. I got the RCA jacks hooked in, you know. I got the Y splitters, so I got each. This is only a 2-channel receiver, so I have. Hold on, let me turn this down. I have both. Like there's both right and left coming pre-outs out of the back of the radio. So I got one male to female, or one plugged in, and then it comes out to 2, the Y, and then I got those 2 here plugged into that one. Then the other one, like you got the right and the left, the bottom one, I have one plugged in and I have 2 come out, and then I got these 2 coming out. So I kind of made it like a 4-channel receiver. But the only thing is, the way that the Pioneer's set up, and I'll show you right now. I've showed you guys before. Oops. You see here, if I do it that way, I wouldn't even have, because when I had it hooked up the rear, you know, there wasn't nothing. It wasn't playing anything because there was nothing there. It was coming out the pre-out to the back. It was like another subwoofer. So whatever this is set on is what was playing out the back. So it wasn't getting no highs at all. There wasn't any, you know, it was just all bass. I turned the gain up and the bass boost and on that little amp, and I usually don't turn the bass boost up, but I only did it to see if I could get the 6.5 inch to move a little bit, so I knew it was on, and it did. But you know, that's what it is. It was just putting out bass, because that's how I got the subwoofer set up. You see, I got it cut off at 63 hertz. I mean, I could turn it up to 80, which I do like, because some bass songs have, you know, 80 hertz in them. But you know, that's what I got the mids for now, is to play 80 and up. You know, 63 is all I really want them subs playing. I don't really want them subs playing any higher than that. So yeah, for me to be able to run a 4-channel amp, I'm going to have to get the high level inputs. So really, I think those 2 amps, I just probably wasted $40. They're probably useless for me unless I have the high level inputs, and then I can tie into those, and then I can control it, because I got left, right, you know, and all that. That's how it goes. Well, or if I had a receiver that had more than just 2 RCA jacks in the back, if I had one that had one more set, it would work, you know, because then I could control it, have settings to control that RCA out. But this one's only got the one RCA out, and that's this one. So, and I'm splitting that up mono. The good thing about it is, though, I wanted to get 2 more XFL 10s sooner or later, or just run 2 of those RP2000s, 1 to each sub at 2 ohm, which would give each one 1500 watts, is that's what they're rated. That would be good. That would make it louder. Or I could get the 2 more XFLs and 1 more of those amps and run it. And it's already set up now. All the RCA jacks are back there and everything. I got the power and ground and a 4-gauge hooked up too back there. I got it all taped off at the moment because I'm not got that little amp hooked up now. But I'll keep that hooked up too for like some kind of 4-channel. I'll get one that has high level inputs. I'll just get a Skar like I was going to. I'll sell these little ones if I can. I mean, they're good for somebody that's only got, like, if they don't have another amp, or they have more than one set of RCA jacks in the back of their radio. But I can't use them, unfortunately. No big deal though. I mean, all in all, it was a good day. I found out that the sub had come unglued. I would have never known that if I hadn't got that amp and was trying to hook it up. And I got to rearrange everything, which I think is a lot better. All right, what do you guys think? You know, I mean, I'll probably leave this over here. I'll just leave this on here for now until I get another amp to put on there. But at least I got a little spot for one now, you know. Look at all that wire dust. And, you know, and I got this wood's screwed down, like I said earlier. You know, see, it's got good screws, long ones too. Well, this one's 2 inches. This one's even longer. I think it was like 2.5. But, and it's screwed down. The amp's screwed down to the board all the way around too. So I think that's better. It's right in front of the subs, but what choice do I got? There's no room back there, dudes. I mean, I already pushed the box back far like that, which I think it takes away from my bass a little bit. I like it like a little closer towards the corner, but it's fine. It still sounds good. And I had the amp up on top, so it's way better down here, I think. But I mean, those 4 new speakers plus them tweeters, just with the factory amplifier, man, it sounds so good that sometimes, like the bass, it just blends in with it. That, you know, before I was just hearing the bass and I was like, yeah, my bass sounds really good. But then when it's blending in, you know, it sounds good. You can feel it and everything, but you feel like maybe it's not as loud. But it is. It's just you got all the mid-range and stuff now blending in, so everything's smooth. So you're not just noticing just the bass. So it's like more musical, which I like. I'd rather hear the songs and sound really good than just a bunch of pounding. Wish I could play it. I got that little demo I did earlier. That's with how it kind of sounds. Well, I guess I had it hooked up like this, but I've tuned it a little better since then. I got the trunk open. I forgot. That shit's loud as hell when I do that. The neighbor's house is right over there, dudes. My dad. Alright, well, I better end this. It's been a long day, guys. You know, got a lot done today, though. You know, glad I found out about that sub. Holy cow. I can't believe that thing came unglued, can you? Wow, that's something else. But, all in all, it's been a pretty good day. Tomorrow, I go to work and I got to go to the doctor. So after I get out of the doctor, I'll try to do a little something, do a little demo showing you guys how it sounds now and everything. And I'll think about getting another 4-channel this week or something. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next one.
That's the Strange Music spirit. Fuck you, you on bullshit, we're going this way. That's the Strange Music spirit.
Late. Oh, one last thing. I sold that Gravity 15 to that guy that I got them 2 little amplifiers from. He gave me $50. So I still got the Sun down. Which it's way better. I didn't really care about that Gravity. I already sold the other one that I had, so I only had no use for it really. I could use this 12 though. I think I'm gonna fix that. I mean, it works. Like I said, it just needs some tinsel leads. This needs that pulled through and done right, but that's not the biggest deal. It's been a long time out there messing with that car tonight. Well, actually all afternoon and all evening, but I had to stop. I was at Walmart getting them white splitters and I had to stop, go meet that dude and sell him that Gravity. So you can look at it like this. I gave him $40 for them amps. He gave me $50 for the 15. So pretty much I traded him the 15 for the amps and he gave me $10. So I don't know. The amps work. They ain't got the high level inputs. So anyway, it is what it is, guys. There's always tomorrow. It's already sounding really good though, and like I said earlier, Good thing that came out of it. Found out about that sub. Can't believe that glue came loose though. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you tomorrow. Late.
BBD, yeah. BBC. P.I.L.E. She's legacy. Don't cover, I can't lose it. What she's. Who's such a doozy? I'm say that's what fly on the sun hit. Like 100 drum clip, yeah. My money, you. See you twerk. I throw a little money to twerk. I think you can twerk. Go to work. Make that big boy twerk. Mike Tyson on the shit, shake till you get a little low. Shit, shake that booty stuff. Drop it, pop it. If I hit motherfucker, got no fucking heart, I can't be low. You first, I throw a little money. Thank you for go to work, make that big boy work.